Guys, it's time for another episode of the Florencio Files. What? Up here in the top left, pulling, how many probes is that? Pulling 9 probes at the very beginning, it's Taldan. Apparently gonna try and use some micro to overwhelm. Down here in the bottom right, representing StarCraft, it's Florencio. Flo with a super random pylon, and he's gonna go out and, oh my lord. Let's go to Flo's camera. Flo's camera. Let's see how quickly Flo realizes. We're on Flo's camera right now. Oh no, Flo's probe misses. Flo's probe is going down here to proxy. Oh, to hide the gate. He's trying to hide his tech, make it look like he's proxying when he's not. Wait. Oh, and he was gonna go for his own probes. He was stacking up his own probes. He was preparing to do the same move. They literally both had the same idea, but Florencio was doing his a little bit later. Oh my god. And he's obviously, I mean, he's got to take the fight. Flo's taking a bit too long here. I think he's got to take that fight soon. He's going to lose too much mining time otherwise. Oh, the probe battle's on. Ooh, he gets 1 kill. Nicely done by Flo. Now, Taldan knows he can't take the fight, but wants to just disrupt while probing up and transitioning at home. This is a very ambitious play. Taldan goes for a kill. Ooh, steals the pocket. Steals the pocket. Taldan. Now notice Taldan is stacking up and keep one-hitting Florencio's probes, but Florencio answering with the exact same micro and does punish. So Taldan here, I think probably wins most games because the opponents don't know how to do that pocket micro, but Florencio is a master of the pocket micro. I'll explain that in the post game because I know we have a lot of players who don't actually play the game that much, who watch the Flow files. You might not understand that micro trick. I'll explain that one when we get a moment's downtime, and then I'll go over it again in the post game if I can. These 4 probes, there's only 3 left. Flow just absolutely dumpsters that push. So essentially what you can do, guys, is because when workers are on a mineral patch or a gas geyser that has a refinery on it, they will not path. They will not have collision sites. They'll path automatically through other units, right? Whereas when they're on an attack move or a move command, you see they kind of stand next to each other. They can't actually all stack up, right? So the moment you click them all into a tight little pocket like that, there's only one way to get to that pocket, which is this space. Every probe stacks up on the exact same spot, and then you keep spamming it because otherwise they automatically kind of bounce out. And then in between spamming those clicks in that pocket, you throw an attack move. And because all the probes are on top of each other, they will all throw an attack move simultaneously and do a single attack on whatever unit's closest. And you'll basically one-shot like an enemy probe or an enemy zealot. And then you stack them back up again, get them all clumped up, do it again. And you can basically just one-shot the enemy workers, which if they're attack moved, can only come in 1 or 2 at a time. So that's like a really cool maneuver. But Florencio's like, well, I can do the exact same thing. So he just answered by stacking his own workers in the pocket. So both workers were all stacked on top of each other in this big orgy of trying to hit each other. And wait. Flo's just throwing down pylons in the mineral line. How did I even miss that? Holy shit. He's just blocked the mineral line of his opponent and he's going for a forge. He's going to try and answer with his own cannon rush. You can't even mine properly here as Taldan right now. Flo's actually fighting with his probes. His opponent's so afraid of the pylons, they haven't engaged Florencio's probes. Florencio's going to come around. He's going to try and throw some cannons down behind this mineral line, or is he going to, no, he's going to throw on the low ground? Oh, he's gonna get a cage. He's going for the cage, guys. Oh, I think that's a complete cage. He can fit a cannon in there. So he's got a complete cage up. I'd love to see him bring up another probe and throw a cannon up there as well. Taldan is down at 16 probes versus 22. Florencio says, you know what, dude? You sacrificed so many probes to my side of the map. There is nothing you can do to stop this getting up. There's a zealot out. That can start working on these pylons. The cannon still hasn't stopped. Oh, those 2 probes got surrounded. Oh no, Flo's 2 probes on the outside get trapped. And this probe, it does start a cannon, but I mean, those 2 probes did distract, which means these pylons are still up. And that cannon's definitely going to finish. The question is, are there enough probes combined with this zealot to take the cannon down once they get in? They're going to take down that pylon and start landing hits. The cannon, though, only about 8 seconds from finishing right now. No, the zealot changes targets. Taldan, you gotta get on top of that cannon. Okay, the zealot and these 2 probes should be able to beat this cannon. The cannon changes targets to the zealot. I actually think that was a bad call by Florencio. He could have taken out a lot of probes in this time. Instead, he takes out just 1 zealot. So a bit of a misplay by Flo. Does lower the damage output though. Gets another cannon started. That one, ooh, it doesn't get canceled. Flo here is actually taking a lot of losses on these structures, but behind this, he's got a gateway on the way. He's building more and more cannons. Another zealot's out though. His last probe goes down on this side of the map. As I say that, nah, there's one over here. Taldan has no idea. Oh, Flo knows exactly where the edge of that vision is. And this is just a distraction over here. And there's a second zealot about to be out. Taldan has what he needs to defend this, but he just needs to know. Oh, G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. Come on. Oh, you douchebag, Florencio. You douchebag. Oh my god, he says, you know what? If he walks over there, I'm screwed. This is where I need to just lull him into a false sense of security. And Taldan's like, what? Oh, you know his heart sinks at that moment as Florencio starts massing cannon. Florencio uses shit-eating grin. It's surprisingly effective. Taldan, at this point, has got to be filling up with tears right now. I mean, what can you do, dude? You're so fucked. There's 3 cannons about to finish in range of your nexus. This probe just trying to bait this zealot in. He's like, hey, buddy, come and get me. Come and get me, buddy. Oh, I don't know why he canceled that cannon. It was in range. As always, remember, Flo does like to give his opponent a little bit of hope. He's like, let's draw it out a little bit. But I'm pretty sure this is a game-winning move right here. Oh. The pylons in the mineral line are just the ultimate douchebag move. I friggin' love it. Like, Taldan is like, oh, he's expanding over here. So he's just going to try and run all of his probes out of this base. And Flo is massively over-investing in this, which is Flo's trademark move, right? Like, just putting way more money into this than you need. Why are you building more pylons here? This makes... He's trying to wall it out so a stalker can't leave the base. But it wasn't even building a stalker. His opponent's getting a Stargate. Flo's only now starting his Cybercore. He's got 1,000 gas in the bank, guys. Oh my god. He's like, yeah, you've got a chance. I built like 26 cannons and pylons in your main. Taldan's just like, god damn it, leave me alone, you D-bag. Flo's just running circles around here. The Cybercore goes down, that pylon goes down. Oh, this is just Florencio in a nutshell. A single zealot pops out, might be heading over here soon. That pylon gets cancelled. And you've got a Stargate, but you've got no probes. As Taldan, he's putting guys on gas, and he has no workers on minerals as a result of that. He's trying to take down the pylons. He's trying to mine gas to get out like an oracle, but he's got no actual mineral mining right now at all. Only gateway's about to go down. We're gonna Zealot, a Stalker. Florencio, no doubt, oh, he's actually chrono boosting Warp Gate, so I think he's gonna try to warp in a ton of Zealots and Stalkers up here and just go. Oh, this is so sad for Taldan, dude. Some people in chat, someone says, oh my god, it's Taldan. Is Taldan a streamer? You guys tell me who Taldan is? Is this actually a known player? Is this a disciple of Florencio? Dark Thunder says, my internet disconnected right as you were explaining that pocket micro. Can you please do it again? If you open up the videos on my channel, so you can just click on my channel, videos, you can open up the current broadcast and you can watch the video up to about 30 seconds ago. Constantly updating videos. Twitch is amazing. There's actually really good technology there. Get on it. Get on it, my man. Yeah, you can go back, check that out. Find that moment really easily, dude. Enjoy. A lot of people don't realize that. All my VODs are free and open on Twitch, by the way. I don't paywall any of my content, except my sub replay packs is like a tiny little bonus for people who do sub, as well as emotes and stuff like that, right? So none of the actual video content or educational content is paywalled. Try to make it accessible to anyone. He's gonna make a DT shrine. Florencio is like, you know what? I wanna drag this out. I'm gonna take my time, because I'm a sewer mermaid. Oh man. Florencio's the guy who, you know how, did anyone ever have like a friend when they were a kid who you started out as enemies? Like I remember my best friend when I was 8 years old, we didn't like each other. He was friends, I think he was friends with like this bully kind of, there was this fat bully who was like bigger than everyone else and could like kind of beat them up a bit. He was a bit of a dick. I think he was friends with him. So we didn't like each other because I really didn't like that bully. And then one time someone threw a rock and it hit him and he thought I threw it. So he like threw a rock at me. So I threw a rock at him. Then we like got in a fight and we like got put in the naughty corner together. And then we became best friends, right? For a couple years. So I feel like Florencio is that guy where like he's your worst enemy, but he pretends to become friends. And then 2 years into the friendship, you're on like your 7th sleepover at this point. You fucking played all the video games together. You've gone and like thrown rocks, onto a highway together, like the little shits you are, whatever fucking random stupid shit you've done. And then he'll just randomly offer you a soft drink when you're over at his house one day. and he'll sneak poo into it. And you'll get an infection and you'll die like 6 months later. Like, that's the kind of guy Florencio is. Like, he'll go in for the long haul because he wants you to suffer. And like, as you're on your deathbed, and he's like, man, at least you were a good friend. And Florencio will be like, actually, I snuck poo into your water 6 months ago. Haha. And you're like, what? Why go to all that trouble? And he's like, it's funny to watch you suffer. And it's like the moment that dawns on you that he's an actual fucking monster. Like, he's an actual terrible human being. That shit-eating grin. Look at this. Like, he's literally just pushing the food around the plate right now. He's like, the guy, his opponent, Talon's on the ground right now, and Florencio is just kicking him. Florencio is just kicking him while he's down. Just like that. Oh my god. Oh, is this a show match? Oh, is this a show match? Puck was casting it? Puck was observing or casting it? Oh my. What a game. Yeah, Florencio's the guy who really, he'll do anything to give you hope and love, and just so he can tear you down. Florencio builds you up so he can tear you down. He's an absolute fucking monster. And that's kind of why we love him. Thank you for that replay, Florencio. I actually really like Florencio's name for that replay as well, guys. It was, I think it was like Swiss cheese versus like better cheese or something like that. And indeed it was. I love that moment where Florencio goes to stack up his probes to go across the map for harass, and Talden's probes just run in, and he's like, oh, all right. GG's, very nice.